Good evening. Welcome to the graduation exercises for the class of 2002. Please stand for the processional and remain standing during the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem.
I'd now like to welcome our faculty and all of our honored guests.
If you would all join us in the Pledge of Allegiance now, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our guests may be seated. I would now ask our marshals, Katie Petrov and Matt Russo, members of the junior class who have been selected for this honor by the seniors, to please sit the class of 2002. Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, as principal, it is certainly my pleasure to welcome family, friends, relatives, and members of the Long Meadow High School community to an evening of celebration as we gather to honor the accomplishments of the class of 2002. Also, on behalf of the students, I would like to extend a thank you to Dr. Thomas McGarry, the Superintendent of Schools, to the members of the Long Meadow School Committee and School Council, to the selectmen, to our clergy, and to the teachers who are present, as they have all played a vital role in the education of these fine young people. Once again, we are looking forward to a wonderful evening here at Symphony Hall. The response from the community last year was so supportive of our program's emphasis on students. It is our plan to provide you with a duplicate performance. Our children continue to be our most valuable asset, And once again, you are in for a treat as they share with you their thoughts on their high school experience. Please know that tonight's speakers and participants in musical performances were selected by their classmates. Parents, on this occasion, a thank you to you is also in order. You sent us each day terrific kids who are simply wonderful to work with. As educators, we all feel fortunate to have an opportunity to interact with such talented and determined young people. I tell each new teacher who joins our staff, the most positive aspect of being at the high school is the interaction that takes place between teachers and students. Your children share their 4 years with us, and I assure you that this is quite a rewarding experience. Take pride in their success and accomplishments. Your job is not always an easy one, but your consistent love and support was essential as your children attain their goals. We value your partnership and your support. Seniors, as I contemplated what words I would use tonight to highlight your accomplishments and to encourage you towards further successes, it became very clear that this will always be a very special class to me. You are the class that I began my principalship with and the first that I've had the chance to spend 4 years with. Also, since I have 2 children who will be graduating with you tonight, although I do realize that they never have admitted to that, I really feel fortunate that I have had the opportunity to watch you grow. During our time together, I have seen you work hard, and I have seen you avoid working hard. I have seen you succeed, but I have also seen you make mistakes or not had outcomes as positive as you would have liked. There were even a few times that I observed some of you attending an ice block. There were many games won and others lost. There were many friendships established and others broken. But through all of this, you learned and used your experiences to shape the person that you will become as you enter the next phase in your lifetime. There is not a need for me to highlight all of your accomplishments. This community is clearly aware of your talent. Over 90% of you will be off to wonderful opportunities at fine institutions of higher learning, or you will quickly develop worthwhile employment situations. Of this, I am confident. Rather, what I would like to send you away with tonight is a message about what I value in my own life. To do this, I will share a story with you from an author who is unknown to me, which really caused me to pause and reflect. A boat docked in a tiny seaside village. An American tourist complimented a fisherman on the quality of his fish and asked how long it took him to catch them. "Not very long," answered the fisherman. "But then, why didn't you stay out longer and catch more?" asked the American. The fisherman explained that his small catch was sufficient to meet his needs and those of his family. The American asked, "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, and relax with my wife. In the evenings, I go into the village to see my friends, play the guitar, and sing a few songs. I have a full life." The American interrupted, "I have an MBA from Harvard, and I can help you. You should start by fishing longer every day. You can then sell the extra fish you catch. With the extra revenue, you can buy a bigger boat. With the extra money the larger boat will bring, you can buy a second one and a third one, and so on until you have an entire fleet of trawlers. Instead of selling your fish to the middleman, you can negotiate directly with the processing plant and maybe even open your own plant. You can then leave this little village and move to a big city like Los Angeles or New York. From there, you can direct a huge enterprise." "How long would that take?" asked the fisherman. 20, perhaps 25 years, replied the American. "And afterwards, that's when it really gets interesting," answered the American, laughing. "When your business gets really big, you can start selling stocks and make millions." "Millions? Really? And after that?" "After that, you'll be able to retire, live in a tiny village near the coast, sleep late, play with your grandchildren, catch a few fish, relax with your wife, and spend your evenings playing your guitar and enjoying your friends." Seniors, as you pursue your goals, I hope you will keep in mind the components of a good life. This year, more than ever, because our nation has suffered extraordinary losses and faces daily uncertainty about our security, it is important that we remind ourselves frequently of what really matters. Do not misunderstand. I am not suggesting that you do not set goals for yourself, nor am I minimizing the importance of striving to succeed. I simply ask that you establish a balance. Keep family, friends, and contributions to your community a priority. Love your parents, babysit your little sister, hug your dog, and take time to care for yourself. All of you have made Long Meadow High School a better place, and please realize that I consider being a principal here with you as a privilege. I hope your memories are fond ones, and I wish each of you a lifetime of happiness and good health. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ryan Foss, president of the senior class.
Good evening. Oh, there's a lot of people here tonight. Okay. I just want to welcome, I know Mr. Birdie already did, I'd like to welcome all the faculty, staff, all the administration, Mr. Birdie, Mr. O'Shea, Ms. Sutter, and Dr. McGarry. It has been a privilege working with these people over the past couple years, and I could not ask a greater group of people to help lead our class to graduation today. I would also like to stop for a second and thank all the teachers and all the faculty, especially our class advisors, Ms. Christina and Mrs. Butler. They have just been so unbelievable this year and through our 4 years of high school. To have a group of people help us out and lead us and not just, teach us numbers, not just, facts, history facts. This group of people has helped us learn beyond the classroom. They have taught us to become better people and to apply our knowledge and use it as we go along, outside of the room. Our class cannot thank you enough for your support, and it's just been unbelievable. Well, tonight they've given me the impossible task. I'm supposed to come here and sum up 4 years of high school in a couple minutes. Yeah, it's tough, but I'll try and do my best, and you guys have just been great. I'll make it short because I know you guys want to get those diplomas and go to the Hippodrome after and have a good time. And it's hard to believe we've just finished 4 years of our lives. I look back, to me it feels like it's been a day. I mean, I look back, remember being a freshman, wearing 500-pound backpacks, getting thrown around by the upperclassmen. I have a younger brother, I'm sure he knows all about that. All 280 of us have stuck together over the past 4 years through the good and the bad times, through the work, the stress, the sports, everything. And we've come out, and look where we are today. It's the amount of talent in our class is just unlimited. We have musicians, artists, athletes. It just goes on, and it's really amazing to see so many people, such a diverse group of people come together for this one special day and all make it here. One thing I can say, though, is although we've had an incredible faculty guide us through all this, through all our endeavors, it's really been our class that's succeeded on its own. It's been our own perseverance that's brought us here today and to make our final trip before we go off on our own into the world. College. It's going to be, well, a lot of fun, I can say. We've brought ourselves through here through hard work and dedication. And I think that the guidance that we've received here and our own perseverance will take us and help us succeed in the world when we go off on our own. I could stand here all night, go on and on about I could go through every single person out there and say, I'm sure, some talent or some great trait that this person has or some sort of aspect of them that is just different from somebody else. But I mean, that'd take all night, so I'm sure you don't want that to happen. It's just been such an honor to work with such a great group of people. And, I'll make this short, last thing I want to say about this class. One thing about all 280 of us, when we come together, our class has so much class. And you wonder, it's a tough word to describe. I went in the dictionary and looked it up. Class is, they said something about royalty. But I just, over the past couple of years, I've just had so many experiences with what class might be. So I started thinking about it a little bit. Class is a lot of things. Class is having pride, yet being humble at the same time. Class leads and never follows. Class learns from its mistakes and uses these mistakes to better itself. If you have class, you need nothing else. Every good characteristic will follow if you have class. Our class has class. Mr. Winseck said so. He called us the class with class. And one thing I ask tonight, beyond being safe and having a good time after, is that you all strive to have class as you mature and go into your next couple of years off to college and stuff. I read this excerpt from The Edge, and it said, if you have class, you don't need much of anything else. If you don't have it, no matter what else you have, it doesn't make much difference. So I leave you guys with that tonight, and I'd just like to thank everybody that is here to support our class's final night together, especially the families, the parents, the relatives, because you've provided support at home. When we go home, we have a rough day, sports, we're tired, or we're stressed out from homework, and we need that late slip the next day, or we need that dismissal because we want to just go to sleep. You've always been there for us. So, yes, thank you very much, all the parents. So I leave you with that, and I hope wish you guys all the best of luck in the next couple years. I hope to be seeing you all over the next couple years. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Long Meadow Schools, Dr. Thomas McGarry.
Graduates of the class of 2002, I loved your yearbook. It was fabulous. It really struck me with its beauty and the depth of its thought. You called it Every New Beginning, and you opened it with a quote from Tom Stoppard. Every exit is an entry somewhere else. You also acknowledged what a pivotal event in your lives was the calamity of September 11th. You also acknowledged how saddened you were by the loss of Mr. Winsek. It's been a sobering year, your senior year, one in which all of us, not just you, resolved to step back, reestablish our priorities, and put more emphasis on what's important. I need to warn you, though, life will conspire to distract you from that awareness and that resolution. The rush of life always gets in the way of what's important. Life will distract you with the false promise of winning, as if beating someone else somehow gives you more ability. But winning is no substitute for ability. Winning is a distraction. Life will distract you with the illusion of possessions, as if what you own can substitute for who you are. But possessions are no substitute for character. Possessions are a distraction. Life will distract you with the allure of notoriety and fame, as if fleeting moments in the spotlight can substitute for your inner gift. Notoriety is no substitute for the gifts that you carry in you. Notoriety is a distraction. With all these distractions, what has this year taught you about what is real? What is real? You. You and your gifts are real. The people around you are real. What you do with your life is real. The police and firefighters who protect you, the teachers who guide you, the family who loves you, these are real. Don't get distracted. Your talents, your abilities, they're real. What you do with them for the benefit of others is even more real. Don't get distracted. If you bring joy, if you heal, if you create, if you show mercy, if you bring justice, if you make peace, if you love others, these things are real, and they transcend even a world filled with distractions. But all these qualities require your commitment and your action to bring them to reality. All require that you know your abilities and commit them to something greater than yourself, to the good of others, to the good of mankind. That's what your heroes of this tragic year did. They boldly committed themselves to action on behalf of others, no matter what the cost. The secret to a focused and rewarding life, then, is simply commitment. So I end with the words of the poet Goethe, offered to help you discover your own personal gift and to keep your focus in a world that is filled with distractions. The moment one definitely commits oneself, Goethe says, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. Therefore, graduates of 2002, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. Godspeed, class of 2002.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? All the good times that made us laugh outweigh the mad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. Well, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Wow, great job, guys. It is now my sincere pleasure to introduce a very good friend of mine to speak for all of us, James Martin.
Great show so far. All right. The state of Massachusetts requires that a student must attend a total of 720 days of school and achieve 90 some odd credits in order for that student to be eligible to graduate from high school. And now, 4 years later, or 5 for some, nice crowd. All right. We all sit here today ready to graduate. And as I stand in front of you today, I can only wonder why I was chosen to give this speech at graduation. I mean, at many schools, the valedictorian gives the class speech, and, well, I'm certainly not the valedictorian. Ask my teachers, they're right over there. And also, in most schools, the commencement speeches gives advice to students for the future. But I don't have any advice to give. You see, out of the graduating class of 2002, there are two separate groups of people. Those who graduate with distinction, and those, well, who fulfill requirements. I, myself, am a requirement fulfiller. And so I, a requirement fulfiller, am here to say that I got nothing at Longmeadow High School. But before we have any more grandparents fade, or before I'm hip-checked by Mrs. Sutter, let me explain. You see, in my eyes, Longmeadow High School is just a building, and that years to come, or hopefully when the whole budget issue gets resolved, we'll still be educating thousands of new students, leaving us to become nothing more than names in record books. But I don't think that's what truly matters. I mean, sure, I never won any academic awards or scored the winning goal or sang or played a solo in any concert, besides possibly breaking the school record for bathroom breaks or possibly making top 10 in spicy chicken consumption. I love those lunch ladies. I know that I have left no mark on Longmeadow High School. And perhaps over time, we as a group will forget the memories of Longmeadow High. But is it possible to think that we could forget about our high school peers who seem to be closer than family at this time? Or could we forget about the wide assortment of teachers that helped to structure the foundation for our education, but not only settling matters straight academically, but also by telling the truth about issues that had previously been sugar-coated? From Mr. Delano freshman year saying, "James, I don't give a rat's ass," to Mr. Fitzgerald's eye-opening truth about Walt Disney, these fine men and women have helped not only shape our minds academically, but have also shaped our souls into interesting and opinionated young adults. How could we forget these memories? It's hard to think that these dances, social events, parties, concerts, sporting events, movies, and wrestling shows we've all experienced could be erased from our minds. Or even the courageous leadership of our vice principal, Mr. Marty O'Shea, and his swift movement to save the school from the evil known as the parking situation. Could this, the greatest of memories, be forgotten? I don't have an answer to these questions, but it seems hard for me to believe that the crush that many of the senior guys, myself not being one of them, have secretly shared on Mrs. Butler for the last 4 years could possibly be forgotten. On a side note, guys, grow up, she's married. Aside from talking about whether we shall remember what we got out of Longmeadow High School, what I would now like to speak about is what Longmeadow High School got out of us. Throughout these 4 years in LHS, we've all been transformed from closed-minded, innocent kids to opinionated young adults with new mind, thoughts, and views on life and the world in which we live. Thanks to our peers, our teachers, and the many experiences we've had in high school, our minds have been expanded. These encounters make us each unique. That is the one lesson in which I have taken from Longmeadow High School. What we learn about ourselves is what we really take from us from Longmeadow High School and bring into our next chapter of life. To close, I know that somewhere out there, there's a quote that I don't know, in a book I never read, by an author I have no idea how to pronounce his name. That would be perfect for closing this speech. For those of you in the audience who know of it, speak it to yourselves and then reflect and share it with the people around you. But seriously, thank you for allowing me to speak tonight, and thank you, teachers, for your contribution to each of our high school experiences. And finally, thank you to our families for putting up with us as we experienced high school. God bless you all, and Yankees suck.
A hard act to follow. You'll forgive me if mine isn't as funny. My name is Andrew Dykin, and I am the treasurer of the class of 2002. It is now my honor to present the class gift, which will be a sizable donation to the Joe Winsect Fund. The Joe Winsect Fund was started this year in honor and memory of Joe Winsect, a beloved teacher who passed on earlier this year. The fund annually awards a teacher voted on by the students and faculty a $500 scholarship. This year's recipient is Martin Conway. Thank you. It is now again my great honor to present a great friend of mine, Heidi Shira Tannenbaum.
I am not a public speaker, but a voice filled with mispronunciation, stumbling over momentous events of a 4-year scrapbook. And there is no scrap without crap. I am flipping through the pages, remembering the promise of a way and never back, uttered time and time again from disgruntled us. I am glancing through the days, filled with all the mistakes we knew we were making in these wonder years, and all the time spent on Saved by the Bell trivia, and all the time spent trying to figure out what x equals, but there are always algebra equations multiplying overhead. And I am reminding myself, ourselves, this is the place and this is it, squinting to catch one last familiar glance at a face we may really never see again. A waitress, banker, businessman, lawyer, artist, architect, engineer, poet. Now I'm reminding myself, ourselves, remembering the way it tasted, the lot of it, the way we are all inside one big room, listening to Mahler, playing video games and downloading music, going out for the past, discussing Emerson, or down in the basement, listening to the guitar player and watching home videos, and all trying to have the infinite artistic moment, each writing our own poem, which is the poem of the world. And one day our names and poems will be stamped out on vanity plates and distributed across America, or hung on the wall at cheesy restaurants, glancing down at our futures and the way we are shaped, not from cookie cutters anymore. Because whoever thought you could learn so much about the French Revolution from the genius ramblings of a Southerner? And whoever thought we could learn so much from each other? Because I am waking up in the middle of the night with something to say, and there are people to wake up who will listen. Because part of this has taught me how to burn with Kerouac's Blue Spark. And I have been discovered by the gray curly-haired poet and the beekeeper who taught me how to find honey, and Ferlinghetti and Rumi, Cummings and Shakespeare, Whitman and Sappho, and all the greats. And who could forget Ginsberg, you good-for-nothing beatnik? And everything should always be played on the big speakers. And I am reminding myself, ourselves, remembering that I never learned to write my masterpiece, but took it all in and added the refrain, a repetition I have yet to find out. I won't limit the events of our lives to feminine rhyme or iambic pentameter. I won't take each of you and juxtapose you carefully to create the perfect piece. Because high school is a big muddled mess of who you were with when you heard that song and where you were standing when the towers went down and how we handled each other. And we are all jerks at least some of the time, more of the time, less of the time. We are always trying to remember our locker combinations, to pull open our lockers, but it stopped mattering 20 minutes ago when we realized we are all acting out one long senior class play, and none of us really know who we are, but have left footprints in the mud-spattered path of discovery. Because underneath, my socks are still an awkward shade of hot pink, and you've got society shifting under your feet. And because everything I ever really needed to know about life has been an episode on The Simpsons. And because leaving is hard, no matter how long you've been waiting for it to be over. In the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions, we are an engineer, a musician, an athlete, a comedian, a poet, and an intellectual, your standard breakfast club. And we are all driving in circles around town, waiting to find somewhere to go. I'm reminding myself, ourselves, remembering the time I tried to explain about Lawrence Ferlinghetti to one of the smartest girls I know. And she asked, "What about spaghetti?" Ferlinghetti is a poet, not a noodle. I'm clarifying right now. So it's another dash in the mix of memories of the people we grow towards, hopelessly trying to understand each other, because deep down inside, we all really believe we're holding coffee while trying to save the world. And I refuse to make up the story how we're all best friends, that we'll never forget any of it, because we will forget lots of it, most of it one day, and just take away the very essential, that we all feel more fulfilled, that we all came in as children and are going out as adults, leaving more upright than when we started, heavy backpacks lifted from our shoulders, holding instead only what we know, gift-wrapped with a personal emblem to be broadcast on the internet with porn. Our identity is commercialized, the whole world is commercialized and ready to burst. And we are going to answer, because there are people handing out cartoons about Jesus in the subways, and they are claiming to save my soul, and there has to be something better than that for my soul. So we'll be more, maybe we'll be less, but we'll be something. And no matter what, I'm convinced it's all politics and poetry anyway. I'm reminding ourselves, remembering that I have learned I'm not as good at everything as I would like to be. And some people are not as good at everything as they claim to be. Sometimes it's also mediocre, it's tragic. But we can save ourselves because we have our own visions with cowboys and crisp words, lions and photographs, sea glass mobiles, and plastic cups of sand dollars. Because there must be something better than instant oatmeal. We don't have to pretend to be happy all the time, even when we are not. I once saw a limousine driver plucking his nose hairs, and he had no shame, and that is okay because it made me laugh. And I always see the Girl Scouts smiling faces on the side of the cookie box, and I worry about them. They must be working 20-hour days in sweatshops in some underdeveloped country just to make enough cookies. But who can blame them? We are all just trying to be the best person we think we should be, whether it's a country club and a Corvette or a barbecue and a bike ride. Because we have all faked smiles before, so we should understand each other. I admit, I have been angry with you sometimes for your ignorance, for your shallowness, for your coolness. But I realize that it's not your fault, because I am that person too, and we are still growing into who we are. And so I wonder what we'll look like in 10 years. I cannot picture us even a day older. I wonder who we will be in 20 years, what we will sound like in 30. Will jazz still sound the same? Will Miles Davis still be kind of blue? I'm not one of those we're all gonna die anyway kind of people, but whenever anyone talks about it, I always nod my head. So I'm trying to remember the first poem I ever wrote, but it is too far away. And I'm trying to bend down to tie my shoe in the Appalachian spring of my life. I'm just taking my first steps out of the cave because there is no finished world yet. The first reading of Allen Ginsberg's great poem, Howl, was on October 15th, 1955. And Jack Kerouac stood in the audience yelling, "Go, go, go." And as I am trying to say goodbye graciously, I have nothing left to tell you, but I'm yelling to you now, go, go, go.
Great job, Heidi. My name is Sarah Durbin. I'm the secretary of the class of 2002. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you our class advisors, Miss Catherine Butler and Miss Virginia Gastina.
It is now time for the awarding of diplomas. Although as a true Yankee fan, there is one in the box I want to see if I sign. As principal of Long Meadow High School, I am pleased to acknowledge that the members of the class of 2002 before you tonight have completed their graduation requirements. In recognition of this fact, I would ask the seniors to please move their tassels. Marshals, would you please direct the seniors as they receive their diplomas from Dr. Thomas McGarry and Mr. Bill Hoff, the chair of the school committee.
Push me out of the way. Go. Ryan James Foss. Daniel Jordan Shapiro. Peter John Vesey Jr. Sarah Emerson Derby. Andrew Paul Dyken.
Elizabeth Dale Adams. Megan Montemagny Adams. Thomas Elias Adams IX. Alyssa Rose Albert. Christy Allen. Jasmine Yolanda Amagan. Matthew Jacob Ansel. Mary Jean Angelides. Lynn Marie Arthur. Brian Jonathan Askin. Sohaib Awais. Tara Allison Baggy. Allison Mabra Bastakis.
Elizabeth Jane Broaders. No. Sorry. Matthew John Bastakis. Christopher James Hope Basile. Michael Christopher Bezos. Eric Todd Bell. David Matthew Belmont. Adam Lewis Berg. Daniel Aaron Berg. Sarah Elizabeth Bergeron. Kevin Lawrence Birdie. Shannon Lee Burtwell. Mary Kathleen Bridget Blakeman. Sterling Hillel Blonder. Josephine Evans Boyle.
Elizabeth Jane Broaders. Nathaniel Craig Brown. Francesca Flowers Buscemi. Julia Marie Busolari. James Rainey Caju. Kevin John Carney. Tenny Marie Carpenter. Andrew John Casanova. Gary Joseph Casista. Celia Ray Catter. Joey Justin Lorenz Chapman. Pearl Karin Kumar Chauhan.
Amy Beth Chernock. Kelly Rebecca Klein. Madeline Ann Cohentreg. Jessica Elizabeth Collimore. Paul Edward Collins. Wade Garrett Collins. Catherine Elizabeth Compton. Andrew Travis Cope. Elizabeth Shira Carson. Amy Meredith Cowan. Cameron Sinclair Curran. Janet Marie Davidow. Brian Patrick Dean.
Nicholas Naum Dellis. Kevin Michael Dixon. Sean Thomas Donald. Dale Catherine Douglas. Margaret Elizabeth Doyle. Karen Lindsay Dubinsky. Neil Thomas Degree. Darren Charles Duke. Jason Samuel Dunn. Elizabeth Fitzgerald Durfee. Marie Taylor Durfee. Caroline Alicia Ersman. Lauren Marie Emma.
David Alexander Ernst. Trevor Elliott Fay. Lindsay Kate Feldman. Lindsay Ann Fernald. George Thomas Farrell. Robert Andrew Fitzpatrick. Catherine Marie Flynn. Andrew Cassis Fortune. Ramona Sabrina Elizabeth Fry. Jenna Kelly Fasaro. Michael Robert Feidenkevitz. Marcus Lester Gaines. Lindsay Allen Gallant.
Michael Brian Gallant. Adam Joseph Galucci. Daniel Arthur Galuska. Matthew Edmund Galuska. John Thomas Gartman. Michael Albert Gavin. Jeffrey Lee Gerlach. Jessica Lynn Gibby. Leah Shayna Glushin. John Alexander Goddard. Brian Michael Goff. Julia Goffman. Robert Earl Goodwin III.
Timothy James Gould. Heather Jean Gray. Amy Beth Green. Jennifer Allison Grimaldi. Elizabeth Rose Grod. Ross Julian Gouet. Michael Harry Haberman. Lisa Michelle Halflich. Bradley James Hall. Kristen Conley Hannafin. Brian David Haar. Scott James Haar. Samuel David Harris.
Adam Charles Hazelcorn. Julia Ann Heaton. Marie Justine Hemelgarn. Krista Leah Henneman. Jose Alberto Hernandez. Christian Lucier Hicks. Amy Kathleen Higgins. Troy Derek Hill. Elizabeth Tate Hoff. Catherine Faye Holden. Sarah Jane Holland. Brian Robert Hubbard. Derek Allen Hurwich.
Jason Wang. Gabriella Miriam Israel. Rachel Sarah Jackowitz. David Christopher Jacquin. Lakeisha Nicole Jewell. Tiffany Alexis Jones. Samuel Aaron Katz. Rachel Jasmine Kay. Andrew James Kennedy. Asheen Reza Khashoggi. Jennifer Elizabeth King. Michael Frederick Klein.
Matthew Paul Kranz. Sarah Catherine Krill. John Robert Kubera. Bradley Christophic Qcab. Mark Stephen Kuhn. Eve Nicole Lab. Alyssa Ashley Labonte. Eric Edmondson LaFountain. Michael Joseph LaFrance. Caitlin Elizabeth Landry. Catherine Louise Landry. Karen Lynn LaRoche. Lydia Ann LeClaire.
William Kim Lee. Stephen Gregory Leone. Adam Richard Lessier. Natalie Frances Levine. Ilona Lederer. Sari Melissa Linson. Mary Beth Lowery. Anna Catherine Lusardi. Megan Catherine McDonald. Colin Michael Mack. Jacqueline Rose Magliato. Lee Philip Malin. Joseph Paul Manti.
John Mary Marshall. James Francis Martin II. Elliot Colin Matthews. Desmond Porche Mays. Jeffrey Lefferts McCormick, Jr. Ryan James McGoldrick. Stephen Patrick McGorry. Kathleen Sarah McKee. Daniel Carson McKenna. Thomas Andrew McMahon. Caitlin Ellen McQuaid. Thomas Martin Meehan. Pavel Meckler.
Andrea Lauren Merrill. Rebecca Ann Michael. Jennifer Michelle Mooney. Susan Emily Moore. Allison Eaton Moran. Carolyn Ann Moriarty. Daniel Claude Morris. Aaron Shepard Morse. Jessica Ann Moulton. Zachary Brett Nadler. Catherine Martins Neal. Wa Van Nguyen.
Nikolai Dominic Nowak. Christopher John Nuzzo. Lauren Ann O'Brien. Carrie Lynn O'Malley. Chelsea Joe Parr. Kelly Ann Packard. Rachel Marissa Parzavand. Kristen Lindsay Pakowski. Courtney Lee Pearson. Bethany Carter Peck. Rachel Mary Peck. Natasha Carmeta Perez. Catherine Elizabeth Parakis.
Sarah Davis Petroff. Vincenzo Antonio Pileggi. Elizabeth Ann Plummer. Wesley Curtis Pope. Emily Jane Porter. Christopher Ellis Reevy. Daniel Adam Richton. Tessa Ruth Riga. Aaron Shane Riley. Christy Lynn Robbins. Megan Mary Robertson. Michael Kevin Roach. Michael James Rosenbeck.
Carol Elizabeth Rosenberg. Amy Lynn Ross. Brittany Sage Rothweiler. Kelly Ann Rowe. Gerardo Rubinaccio. Ellen Meredith Russell. Paul Joseph Ryan Jr. Jeremy Adam Saffer. Max Lewis Saffer. Lisa Maria Saffron. Mark Edward Solomon. Anthony John Santos. Kyle Joseph Scheiper.
Catherine Marguerite Schill. Andrew David Schmidt. Ann Hamer Seabury. Lindsay Holbrook Seafeld. Jason Todd Siegel. Andrew Francis Sheehan. Frances Elizabeth Shepard. Andrew Michael Sherman. Robert Michael Schoen. David Joshua Singer. Adrian Patterson Smith. Scott Benjamin Sokol. Joseph Hoare Summers.
Gina Marie Sowers. Michelle Spivak. Jason Eric Stambowski. Jordana Shannon Starr. Anna Beth Stein. Jonathan Matthew Stewart. James Robert Sullivan. Deborah Ann Sunter. Benjamin Allen Sussman. Megan Elizabeth Talbot. Heidi Shira Tannenbaum. James Brenton Therian. Sarah Elizabeth Tivoli.
Igor Tochilnikov. Sean Patrick Toohey. Jessipina Vivencio. Courtney Shanneman Wagner. Gregory Richard Warriors. Ariel Marcel Weeks. Rickiel Sanche Weeks. Jason Scott Weinstein. Lee Alexander Weiss. Melissa Beth Weiss. Bevan Stewart Weissman. Elizabeth Moran Welch. Jessica Ruth Wenig.
Amy Louise White. Liza Jane White. Laura Marie Whitehouse. Stephanie Lynn Wiebe. John Williams. Tanner John Williams. Brendan Lloyd Wilson. Brian Gardner Wright. Jacob Michael Umel. Ariel Reed Young.
Thank you, Marshals. How about a great round of applause for all of the graduates? Seniors, we just have one last request. As you go through your week of celebrating, think about all the people that helped you get to this wonderful night and say thank you this week. Again, congratulations to all of you. Marshals, would you please be ready to lead out the graduates? Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. Would the guests